Hi friends, welcome back to your practice. I am Katie Arnold and today's class is for all of my fellow runners out there. Now, some of you guys may know that I love to run. I love yoga, I love teaching yoga, but I'm also a big runner. And despite the fact that I know how important it is to stretch after my runs, I am not always as good about it as maybe I should be. So today's class is perfect for the runners. It is my 6 pose flow for runners, and it's gonna help gear you up to recover from your run in the best way possible. Enjoy. We'll get started in our downward facing dog. That's gonna be our first pose that we will hold for a few breaths. So we start in that tabletop position. And then go ahead and curl those toes under, let those hips go up and back. And you might pedal those heels, bending one knee, bending the other. We're also going to take a few breaths in this downward facing dog in stillness. Now those heels are going to pull down towards the mat. Your chest will gently press back towards your thighs. And we're working the heels towards the mat, but they may not actually ever touch. And if those hamstrings are feeling super tight, just bend the knees a little bit more, still pressing that chest back. Staying for 3 more rounds of breath. Then inhale, lift that right leg back behind you. And we'll step that right foot all the way through, finding a nice low lunge, dropping that left knee down onto the mat. Go ahead and just stay here with hands framing that right foot, being mindful not to let the right knee go past the right toes. Curling those left toes back under, stepping back to that downward facing dog. Lifting that left leg this time and bringing it through. Dropping that right knee down and taking 5 rounds of breath. Curling those right toes under, stepping back to that down dog. Staying for 2 more breaths. And coming down onto those knees. We're going to start by curling the toes under. We're going to do what's called a broken toe pose. We're not going to break any toes, but we're going to get a nice stretch in the bottom of those feet and in the toes. So curling the toes under and sitting down on your seat. Shifting your weight forward, bringing the tops of your feet down onto the mat. Give the tops of those feet a little bit of press. And then sitting down on those heels, we're just going to shift our seat all the way back down. Bringing those hands gently behind the hips. Then you get to lift those knees up. So we're leaning back just slightly here. We're now getting a stretch in the tops of the feet, the fronts of those ankles. Meeting all the way on our back. Slowly lowering down, bottoms of your feet come down onto the mat, knees up towards the ceiling. We'll start by crossing that right ankle over the left thigh, finding our figure four stretch. If this is enough, you can just stay right here, or you can lift that left shin parallel with the mat, reaching for the back of that left thigh. Slowly lower that left foot down onto the mat, arms come out to a T. Lift up those hips, slide them a little bit more to the right side of your mat, and roll onto the outside of that left leg, letting that right foot stamp. Staying with that figure four position. Now getting into that IT band with the right leg. Slowly unwinding, coming back onto your back. Both feet down on the mat, and crossing the left ankle over the right thigh, reaching to the back of the right thigh. Both feet flexed. Right foot comes down, arms out to a T. Hips over to the left, roll onto the outside of the right leg, planting that left foot down. Coming onto your back and unwinding all the way. So knowing that if any of those poses are feeling particularly tight, you need to spend a little bit more time in each one, finding a little bit more space. You can hold those poses for longer. You can press pause on the video, hold them until it feels like a good enough stretch for your body, and then continue on with me. Again, pausing as you need to, holding the stretch out a little bit longer as suits you. So thank you all so much for joining me. Hi friends, I'm just popping back in here real quick to ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, like this video, comment below, and if there's something specific that you want to see, let me know that as well. Go find me on Instagram at I am Katie Arnold, and I would love to bring a class just for you.